Welcome to part 3 of moving house in Cornwall, and if you haven't seen it yet, the new house is so much nicer than where we are. I've been unhappy with this house since the moment we walked in. Not to be ungrateful, but I am so excited to make this new house our own, and join me for the journey of styling it, making it cottagecore, grandma core, antique finds, and I'm so excited to start cooking in that beautiful kitchen. Also, we'll do a bit of exploring around Cornwall, so come with me. And also just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone that has commented on my last video, especially because it was just so appreciated and there was lots of helpful advice and kind comments, and it means a lot to me, so thank you. Let's go and have a good week. It's my birthday tomorrow and I'm going to film that separately, I think, because that'll be such a cute day out, so I'm excited to show you that. And yeah, if there's anything you want to see from me, you let me know if it comes to in the duration of this video. I really want to take this YouTube opportunity seriously because nothing makes me happier than this. It's like the only thing that makes me feel fulfilled. It's the only thing that brings me excitement, and like from a creative point of view. Oh, this is technically one of our last walks living here. We won't be living here anymore, will we? Let's go say farewell. It's actually last official day of moving and putting in all the furniture and properly living here. That swatch was for the headboard for the spare bedroom because I changed my mind on it. I decided brown's too difficult for me to style with what I already have, so I'm going to go for something that matches the things I already own, and a lot of the stuff I own is white and light wood, pink, a little bit of blue and green sometimes, so I think I'm going to go for that bed because I like that it's not too pink, and the fabric, it said described itself as chenille, so it's not too velvety looking, which is nice. I have shown you Prussia Cove many times, but there are so many walks here that you can do, and today I thought it looked exceptionally beautiful, so I'm giving you a little tour of a very, very windy walk that we took Ollie's friends on to show them some of our favourite places. Again, if you haven't been here, you absolutely have to go. You could make a whole day of doing all of the walking options. Take a picnic with you, take a flask with you. It was so worth it. I believe that this is a holiday cottage. I think you may be able to stay here. If you Google it, there would surely be at least one. If you could accommodate that, I think it would be one of the most magical holidays that you could ever imagine.
In the good old words of Fred Man.
You may be able to see the sea spray coming all the way up there. It was crazy. And then we went down a wind tunnel that was too much for me, and we decided to turn back and go home. We'd had a really busy day of moving things in, so I think the break was well deserved and very much enjoyed. I've got as many of my trinkets as I can out of the boxes and into the relevant rooms. I can play around with the styling for a while, but it feels like me and it feels cosy and cottagecore and grandma core, so I'm happy with that. Also, the plants are absolutely thriving. Now they're in a house that is not freezing cold with no sunlight. It really is a luxury to live in a warm house where I'm not shivering and avoiding getting up, going for a wee or having a shower. I will give you a house tour with all of our stuff in later on in the video, as I have now unpacked and made more design choices, but still not perfect, of course. So for moving day, I felt like we did a lot of preparation and we brought over so many boxes that I thought surely a few pieces of furniture is going to be the quickest thing you can imagine. It actually took longer to move this time when we'd done all the boxes in advance, by the way, every single one. So we're talking like 30 boxes. It took longer this time than it did when we were moving all of our belongings from Oxford to Cornwall. So I had high expectations for the efficiency of which it was going to be done, because basically last time what I did last time was I put every single thing that I owned downstairs near the back door, and the guy backed his van up. I opened the gate and I passed things through the door, Ollie passed things to the guy, and we were done in 10 minutes, completely done. Like, it was really fast, and that man was amazing. It was like this really strong Polish man. He had just sliders on with no socks. He was lifting things onto the van, onto the little bit that comes down, just really heavy things that I would struggle to get off the ground, just 1 foot up, bringing the rest of his body up with one. I was absolutely gobsmacked. Like, he was amazing. I think he was a big reason why it was so successful, because there was nothing that he struggled to lift, and there was nothing he complained about. Like, he was so amazing. If anyone's moving house anywhere near Oxfordshire, I think he covers quite a big radius, because he drove all the way to Cornwall and helped us at the other end. Obviously have to do that, but yeah, so he was amazing. This time we had 2 men helping and driving the van, who were really good, and they lifted things, they did everything that we needed them to do, things up the stairs. Like, last time we didn't have that. They also took things from upstairs and brought them down, so did a great service. And then we also had Ollie and 2 of his friends here. It was too many people. When we moved here with my mum, dad and my stepmom all came down to help us move, and we were so efficient. That wasn't really the case this time. I'm so rude. I hope no one watches this, but I think because my expectations were set so high from my family and that Polish man, when it came to this, because it should have been so much easier, and nothing went wrong per se, but it was like a total lack of direction. This beautiful location is somewhere near Falmouth, and it's like a step back in time. There's a National Trust owned village, I believe, down the way, and amazing sea views. It's almost like being on holiday, seeing it all, and it was a really nice way of unwinding and enjoying the sun after all of the moving stuff. So I hope you enjoy it too, and if you've been and you recognise it, let me know in the comments. So Ollie's friend is staying in the spare bedroom. I showed a swatch of the fabric that I'm getting for the double bed, and it's like it's a pink, but it's almost a mauve, so it's not too girly. Even though I like girly, there'll be men and women staying in the room. Not that I really care. I'm going to make it to my style, but I wanted it to feel a little bit more grown up and for it to be a deeper colour. Obviously in true man style, not fair to say for everybody, but for younger men, not the tidiest. So this is what we've got at the moment. I've just plonked this mirror here on top of this. Now this was free and it's got a couple of marks on it. I'm gonna try and freshen it up in some way, even if that is just putting something over the top of it and trying to get that. It looks like a sticky mark, I'm not really sure. I could maybe put something over the top, like drape a fabric of some kind, put a couple of coasters on there, maybe a candle. I'm gonna dress it up a little bit, and then we're going to get two bedside tables, because the ones we've got are a little bit too wide. So I might just get something, I'm not sure yet for this room, but I will show you the layout that it's going to be. Someone is allergic to making their bed, but it felt like a step too far, because I came in, opened the window, opened the blinds and moved the mirror, and I thought it's a step too far to make the bed. He's going to think, go away. That is where the bed's going to be, in the middle. That is the only place in this room the bed can go for anyone to get either side of it. And I don't think anyone who is staying here is going to want to be trapped in by the wall. So I have measured every option. That is the only one. But I think that's fine. The rooms are a bit of a funny shape, but I don't really mind. I think also it's nice to have, like, if you haven't got much room, just have a relatively minimalistic style. So yeah, I'm gonna put maybe 2 tables for a drink and maybe small lamps, like, you know, those pooky lights, those pooky lamps. Yeah, maybe some like that. I do quite like the view out of the window. Now onto our bedroom. Our bed is big, and it's been a bit of a problem in both houses because it doesn't really fit in them very well. I quite like having my own space when I'm trying to fall asleep, because I'm quite fussy when it comes to sleeping. It takes me a long time. So I'll show you what we're dealing with at the moment, but it's not going to stay like this. Any suggestions would be useful. I think my plan is, so obviously there's not a huge gap if we move the bed over. So I'm thinking move the bed over just maybe that much, so that I can put a small round table that is just for putting my drink on at night time, because I like to have a drink, and just being able to get down the side, just something really like a small space. And then that means it will come over probably to about just over halfway in between this maybe, and then put a little table, a small table for Ollie to use over here, because this is our bedside tables. As you can see, way too wide to fit in here. Even if we left the bed as it is now and put that bedside table over there, it would still get in the way walking in the room, so I'm not going to bother. Also, gonna buy new bedding. I have 2 bedding ideas that I like. One's like a gingham, which I'm a little bit unsure on, and then one is another one from Next. I've forgotten what it is. But I do have a £10 voucher from Next that I want to put towards it, so I might leave that. But I have these lovely drawers that were actually from Ollie's house. Ollie's mum, when Ollie was living there, offered to replace the furniture because it was quite old, and she bought this. Well, we chose it basically and sent it to her, and it was really beautiful quality Marks and Spencer's piece. It's got 4, 5, 6, 7 drawers. So we brought that with us. I love that it's got the light wood at the top, and I love that it's white with the silver. It's really minimalistic and I love it, and I love a big set of drawers. But this is a nightmare, and this is the drawers that the man was carrying when he fell down the last 3 stairs onto his knee and was in like a proposal position holding this heavy drawers. I had to hold them so he could like get up again. They're very strong, and hopefully he's fine, but They're horrible. And we'd obviously taken all the drawers out, but they're just so heavy. We had to get them up, down the stairs and up again. So yeah, they are worth it. But the one thing I was dreading about moving was getting these drawers here, because they're just so heavy. Last time we moved, Ollie carried them with the amazing Polish man. And I was just so nervous about someone falling. Moving furniture is such a dangerous job. Ignore all of the stuff here. It's just because I've got the bedrooms occupied at the moment. This is actually a photo of me and Ollie at school. This is my teacher, Mrs. Pinkerton, who then became Mrs. Ward. I absolutely loved her because she was quite stern and you just knew where you stood with her. I quite like teachers like that. So yeah, that's me and that's Ollie. I have some socks like that right now. I always had little dolly shoes on. Yeah, I'm definitely going to move this over. Sorry it's messy, but I'm definitely going to move this over. Just have a little gap. I think just small round tables with small feet. This room will change from probably the layout is fine as it is, but what I've got out and how I've displayed it. Just wanted everything out of boxes and in front of me. So I popped my birthday bits and other stuff that I just don't need at the moment in here. So this is going to become my craft cupboard. And then this display unit was my cousin's who passed away. So I want it to be really pretty, full of things that I love and that I've been gifted and stuff. I just want to make sure that his furniture, like he put so much effort into designing his space when he got his new home, and then he passed away shortly after, and I know it means a lot to my mum as well, to look after the furniture. Well, I think it does anyway. So that was my way of using this, because it was actually a desk before, display unit and desk, so I'm going to use it for that purpose. And then I've just got my desk in here, which I'm gonna probably get ready now. Like, I used to get ready at my desk, which I don't really like doing that, because I feel like if I try to work at the place I get ready, then the association doesn't work for me. It sounds really ridiculous, but I don't like to get up, have a cup of tea, do my makeup, maybe watch a YouTube video, and then use that exact same room to work from. I don't like the feeling of it. So I just want to have allocated spaces for things. Just separating work for me, and it's just separating work. That's purely what it is. I just want to separate my fun, creative, personal space from my workspace, because if I'm honest, I'm not someone who loves working. I know a lot of people don't love working, but it like gets them to a certain place and it gets some things they love. But for me, it's just like something I do because I have to pay rent. But it would be amazing, like in the future, I'd love to own a business. I feel like I'm quite entrepreneurial. I have quite a good understanding of business from my job, but I don't really like working for other people, like on their dreams. I'd like to work on mine. Like, I like to help people with their dreams, but I don't want to do it for money. Does that make sense? Workspace, and then my bag of clothes. I've not got anywhere to put it. This won't be there, but I'm hoping to have a print in the middle, because we've got this mushroom one, which is a nice red colour. You can't really see it in the dark. And then this Japanese inspired one, and then my flower. And then I'm going to swap this over. This isn't actually ready yet. I've just popped some plants on it and my birthday cards, but I'm going to swap these that way. So this should be in the middle, and then this will be closer to the window. And then obviously that pile of bedding is not going to be there. This is our sofa bed with the random cushions thrown on it. It will stay in here for extra seating, and it's actually more comfortable than I realised. It's not my favourite look, but I think I could get some kind of quilted throw maybe over the top of it, or something with a bit of texture, just cover most of it. Probably something with pink, green or blue, or all of those things. And then this is our main sofa, which usually has big cushions on it. I have a pink fluffy blanket that I'll probably just throw over the back, but I won't bother doing that because actually Ollie's friend is staying on this because I think it's probably more comfortable than the actual sofa bed, because I feel like sofa beds aren't very secure. Like, I don't find them very sturdy. And I personally prefer when I'm on like an actual solid, when I have an actual solid base. So I did say to him, like, you can sleep on the sofa bed if you like, but it probably would just be better to like take the back cushions off the sofa and have pillows and a duvet, which is what we've done. Because I didn't want to have like, I didn't want my office space to have any kind of bed in it, because it's just not, I want to film in there, I want to work in there, I want to have a clean easy to access space. Like trying to put any form of bed in there would just have not worked for my work, and I think it's important that spare bedrooms aren't just non-functional spaces that benefit someone once every 3 months. I'd rather just try and work the house around people when they come instead of working the house around people who don't come very often. And obviously the spare bedroom, I'm going to make it as lovely as I possibly can, and if we have lots of people coming to stay at any time, then I'll try and make everyone comfortable. I mean, we could get blow up bed, I don't know what we could do, but yeah, I'm definitely not doing what I did last time where I didn't really settle in. I didn't really make it my space. I kind of made it really orientated around just, oh, there's not much I could do with this house, so I'll just leave it. But there's so much that we can do with this to make it ours and make it cozy. In the kitchen, I've not really decided what to do with, please ignore the food bin being here. I've not really decided where the kettle should go, where the microwave should go. We've got the toaster here. I don't really like that. It kind of like limits all of my space for actually preparing food. So I think that needs to maybe move here. I don't really know, if I'm honest. I did pop a little mug and a Cornish recipe book in the tiny, because it's tiny little based on these shelves. Also, question, sinks here, ovens here. Do we put plates and mugs over there and then food here and here, or does that not make sense? I actually really struggle with kitchen organisation. Please send them my way, because I just really struggle. I bought storage bits for couscous, rice, like loose grains and things, so like I'm okay-ish in that department, but it's more about putting things in actually convenient places and being able to keep on top of it. And please definitely spice cupboard recommendation storage, have any links or anything that you've got at home, then do send it to me, because that is something I'm struggling with. I'm gonna do a video, if I can, of finding specific areas of my house. Doing the dining room table is the thing I'm looking forward to most, but I do have things I need to buy for it, and obviously being out of a job for a while and moving house was quite expensive, so I can't do it yet, but it is something that I'm looking forward to. But I'm feeling very grateful. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so glad we made this decision. It was on such a whim. I really, because I didn't have a job at the time, it's been an expensive process at a very difficult time financially, but it's gone well, and I'm so glad that I did it, because I was in such a stagnated, uninspired, fed up place. The old house, I was just thinking, oh, I'll just put up with it. I just didn't even have the energy for change, and I'm so glad. The reason I did it is because I spoke to a friend. You just have to give it a go, and it'll probably inspire a next chapter, and that is totally what's happened. I'm so glad I asked her. I'm so glad that we're here. Like, wow, this has been a long journey, and the last house was pretty terrible. A couple of you have said that this house is miles better, and I totally agree. Like, this is such an upgrade, and I'm so excited that I get to share it all. It was such amazing timing that some of you are here from my video that got around like 9,000 views, and that for me was such an amazing thing, such a sense of community out of getting that video. I feel like I've connected with so many of you. I look forward to reading your comments. Oh, it just has filled my life with so much joy that I really, if I'm honest, really didn't expect. I always was getting like 200 views on a video, and I was just doing it for me, and then a couple of my OG commenters who absolutely know who they are, I'm sure, and here we are. Actually got people, just like multiple people to show and talk to, all off, really mostly probably off the back of one video. I've even got a couple of people that are from like my TikTok page, like my old TikTok page, which is just crazy, but it's just lovely to have a little community. Thank you all so much, all of the comments that you leave. It just makes me so happy. I feel really connected. I feel like we understand each other and we connect and we relate, and I love that so much, and I'm just so grateful. So thank you so much for sharing these amazing times in my life that I'm going to remember forever, because you guys are such a part of it. Like, this has given me such a drive. All of your comments give me a drive to just keep on being creative, because that is the one part of my life where I'm always so happy, being in Cornwall and being creative. And it's not being creative for money, it's being creative for me and for other people to connect. Like, oh, what a dream. I'm so lucky. Anyway, loads of love. Gotta go now. Ollie and his friends will be back soon, and I can't be caught talking to my camera when they get back, but love you all and thank you so much.